cannot allow our future generations to be lying in waste.
A lot of families cannot really afford the fees.
Students are not learning, nobody is concerned.
For now, like primary school now, they are on strike. So I want the government to look at this because those children have been home now for long.
The government should legislate that education should be free.
This is Street Camera on Landside News, and I am Marie. We are here to ask questions on what the people think the government should do about education to make it affordable in Nigeria.
I would advise that the government should legislate that education should be free from primary, secondary, and even tertiary education. Nigeria can afford it for our young ones. It's simple as ABCD.
There's a whole lot of things that the Nigerian government can do. When you listen to the news, you hear that we have over 20 million out of school children. And most of these kids are in the north. I am from the north. So it's something that affects my emotions when things like that come up. But speaking about the nation, I think it's a policy thing. We need to start from the National Assembly. The National Assembly needs to come up with a holistic model that will make education to be affordable to all Nigerians. When you see a whole lot of Nigerians are living below poverty level, and that's not too good. With just over 70,000 minimum wage, can you really use that to train your child to tertiary education in Nigeria? The answer is no. So we need a holistic approach, both the three arms of government working together, especially the executive and the legislature working together to do a framework that will ensure that education at all levels is affordable for Nigerians. We are the most populated country in Africa, and we cannot allow our future generations to be lying in waste. Because if you have a generation that is not educated, you are weaponizing the country negatively, and that's not good. So we need to guide against that.
According to what I experience now, I was overheading some people trying to say some, for now, like primary school now, they are on strike. So I want the government to look at this because those children have been home now for long. I want the government to look into it and call those children back, because by staying at home now, it may result of many things, especially for the middle people, those people who cannot afford the private. So I really beg the government to look into it and call the strike back so that the children can have their own freedom of education. So I really want the government to look at it.
First of all, I think before you look at how to solve a problem, you know the root cause. And then when you look at education, basically the basic education, number one challenge is how they treat their teachers. That is the basics. Because if those that are administering this education are not properly treated, there is a tendency that they will not deliver. Take for instance, I'm a government teacher in secondary school, and then you are paying me 10 times lesser than what I'm supposed to receive. There is no way I'm going to put in my all. You understand? Maybe as a teacher you had other side hustles. So if they are not doing you well, there's a tendency that all your energy will be going into the other side. Therefore, the education system will be suffering. That is one. Then secondly, most of these schools, you discover that they don't pay adequate attention to them. They just leave them to learn without supervising what is happening in those schools. There are structures going down, nobody is concerned. Students are not learning, nobody is concerned. What they are concerned about is that students are in school. And that is very, very bad. So number one, I feel that if they can start, one, by treating the teachers well, by paying them properly and on time. And then secondly, looking at other ways to improve their incentives. That is a big way of encouraging them, very important. Then secondly, on the aspect of the students, there is a need to always checkmate them. You understand? There's a need to checkmate them, what they are doing, how the teachers are doing, and all of that. And then coming to the structural aspects of education, you discover that somebody will be in a government school, you'll be paying at least 20 staffs, but we just have 7 staffs teaching. That is very, very evident. You can make your research and you see we have a lot of ghost workers, and by so doing, the government will feel that they are doing something, but they are not actually doing anything. So those are some of the things I feel they can put in place. Because one of the things that make teachers go on strike is their payments. Once they are not seeing their payments, they will feel that the government is not treating them, and then it's all right. So I believe if they can be able to fix one of those few things, it will go a long way to helping them.
Well, to start off, there are already government schools, but still a lot of families cannot really afford the fees. So I think the government can still subsidize the school fees to make it easier for people who don't have money or people who are in struggling homes to go to school. Okay, and then maybe they can offer more scholarships. Scholarships are a really good help to especially smart students. Like, there are lots of wasted talents now on the streets. So if the government can create subsidized fees or these scholarships, it would really be a big help to a lot of Nigerians.
I don't think the government have citizens in mind. The government that is in 2 years thinking ahead of election. I don't think the government have anything to offer the citizen. So for Nigeria, we don't have a democracy. So we have no government in Nigeria. Maybe we'll restart or rewrite the constitution again. That is all I see. So, well, you go to our judiciary, National Assembly, corruption everywhere. When you bring a case to, even justice is for sale in Nigeria. I don't even know the institution that is functioning in Nigeria. So for that, I don't think we have government in Nigeria. That is from my observation. You take a case to court when you don't have money. You that brought the case will be the accusation. You understand? You be the one to fall victim. Arrest person with police. The case will turn against you. If you don't have money to bribe, there's nowhere to run to. So money have buy justice and everything is for sale in Nigeria. When you have money or power, you can do and undo in Nigeria. So that's all I see. We have no government in Nigeria.
You've heard what the people have to say on what government should do to make education affordable in Nigeria. This is still Street Camera on Landside News.